Excuse me. So what is up, everyone? This is my bike right here. I have a F1 2001. So this is my very first Motovlog. Really new to the whole YouTube thing. Don't really know too much about it. I just decided that I wanted to do the whole motovlogging thing. Let's just talk about my bike, I guess, and a little bit about me. I started riding at 15. I had a 2005 Honda Shadow 750. Great bike. I loved it. But very unfortunately, that was a very short-lived bike. It ended up staying alive for a good bit. I had a lot of carburetor problems with it, but it was a good bike. Main problem with it was that my parents sold it when I left for my first deployment on my military. I was in the Navy, and I went on my very first deployment. Well, I call it my first deployment. It was boot camp, but I count it as my very first deployment because I got deployed into Chicago, and I was active duty. So to me, that counts. But yeah, that was my very first time going out in the world, and my parents sold my bike when I got back, and I was like, no, that sucks. But my parents needed the money, so I couldn't really say anything. Fast forward to about 4 years after, I saw this ad on Craigslist for a really nice blue bike, and I was like, awesome. The price was really low, and I was like, that's great. That's right around my price range. Cheap as hell. So I went down there to go check out the bike, and everyone was like, no, you shouldn't get a bike that's cheap, or someone's probably lying to you. So I went down there, and it turned out that this guy was a cop. And what's the cool thing about this guy is that he is the same cop that arrested me multiple times. So, you know, going through it was really easy to go through. He went in there, he gave me a really good deal on the bike. The bike's solid, sounds amazing. I haven't really done much to this bike, just, you know, some carburetor work. And, you know, it works really well. It's nice and fast, scary as hell. 2001 SD1000, I'll probably put it up at the top of the screen for you guys to see. It's a really fast bike. Scary fast. It begs you to go fast. I think Regular Car Guy Reviews guy did a review on there. My Motovlog setup is I'm recording through my Bluetooth audio mic. I have my awesome HD, I think it's an SJ4000 action cam. I bought this thing from a pawn shop, and then I bought the GoPro mount and the SD cards from Best Buy, but I bought it from a pawn shop for like 30 bucks. So it was super cheap, and it records in 1080p, or for what it says it records in 1080p. I hope it does, because I really need a good, you know, good quality camera for this whole motovlog thing that I'm deciding to get myself into. And I'm scooting it up right now, just because I still haven't had a chance to buy any leathers or anything like that. Like I said, parents sold my leathers too. So I bought this bike in hopes to not only start a motovlogging channel, but just to ride again. It feels so good to be back on a bike. The audio is probably shit in this video, and I'll probably have to fix it, mess around with some new mics and stuff like that. That's probably going to take a little bit, but you know, it's just got to go through stuff. Right now, I'm pretty sure my camera is dying because I only gave it a little bit of charge before I headed out. I wanted to go eat just now, and I recorded one version of this, but the audio wasn't recording properly, so I probably had the footage from there, but the audio is absolute shit. So what I'll probably do is do like a speed up video through there with lots of jump cuts and just, you know, bullshit from fucking YouTube and shit like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I like checked the audio and I looked into it. What's up, Copper? He looks happy to see me. Hi! So I checked up on my problem with my audio. It was actually not recording from my mic and my Bluetooth. It was recording from the phone. Cause fuck you, that's why. Cause fucking race bike, that's why. Cause fucking I'm me. So I am planning on calling these Motovlogs Black Sheep Motovlogs. And the reason behind that name Black Sheep is there's a whole thing to it, but one time me and a buddy of mine were just, you know, chilling out, relaxing, you know, having some beers, and poor kid, he actually just got his girlfriend pregnant, and this was a little while back, and I say poor kid like that's a bad thing, but no, he's actually pretty happy with it, but at the time, it was the worst thing in the world to this kid, because his parents were going to kill him. Not the fact that he was going to have a baby or anything, just the fact that, you know, his parents were going to kill him for it, because they were really religious, and they didn't approve of him having a girlfriend, and they especially didn't approve of what color his girlfriend was, because his parents were racist, which is funny because they were darker than fucking, you know, night, and they didn't want him dating a black girl, which doesn't make too much sense to me. He wasn't black, he was actually Pakistani. And so yeah, they wouldn't allow him to date this girl, so he got her pregnant. You know, that's a big fuck you, Dad. Hi. You know, so yeah, he ended up getting her pregnant. And one day we're just sitting, you know, having a couple of beers, talking, and the dude's like, bro, you know what I am in my family? And I was like, what's that? Is it like, cause I've always been this kid's like big brother figure to him, you know, and like we've grown up together. We've gotten into a lot of fights. We've had each other's back, you know, and we're pretty much the same. And he's like, you know what we are, bro? And I was like, what? We're fucking black sheep. And I was like, what the hell is a black sheep? And he's like, it's, you know, when you have sheep in a herd, they're all white and stuff. But then they have that one black sheep that's just completely different from the rest of the herd. And they push it away because of that. And I was like, well, really? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, you know what? That makes so much sense. That's exactly what we are. So there came the black sheep. There's where it was born, in a couple of beers and some drunk time talking. So yeah, hopefully, and we actually had an idea, like start off a clothing line and all this, and yeah, it was a really cool, you know, like bonding moment for me and him. But you know, he had the baby, and we just never got around to doing the clothing line thing and all of that. So what? Nah, I just turned it into my motovlogging channel. Well, guys, guess that's all I have time to talk for today. I don't know how to really do an outro right now.